I'm eating.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. Previously in the GodBreaking, our group of heroes is descending steadily down the elevator, going deeper and deeper through the circles of hell, the 9 circles of hell specifically. Um, the last place you were on was Malbolgia. It was is there the picture? Where's my picture? It was the one that was the opposite of Arcadia on Mount Celestia. So it was this massively tall, extremely tall
Everything goes down.
world.
Nothing actually like flies or
Yep.
floats.
Nothing could move up. Nothing could fly. Everything just falls. It's the hell of falling. And Deimos and Adis managed to survive their fall down the rocky mountain, while the rest of you stayed on the elevator. When you got to ground level, Galil informed you that his stint was over. His company only goes this far down, and you had to transfer to a new company. And when you did, you came across a new elevator operator by the name of Zogdras. Now, Zogdras has history with Adis. He was the demon who originally held your soul, and through the work of Mistress Ambrosia, you broke that contract. You were freed from that contract, and he swore his revenge. But right now, he's your elevator operator, and you guys are moving downward. Here, at the end of the last session, you pushed the button, and you're going down, down, down. So, that was Malaboldra. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a 6th layer of hell. There are 3 to go.
Yeah, this guy claimed he was reformed.
He says to you, "Oh yes, I am reformed. I've put past behind me all my hateful and vengeful thoughts, and now my only goal in life is to be the best uh, vertical transport operator possible."
Is there anything
You
you
guys,
told us, but now you can't, like hypothetically?
what do you mean?
Nothing. I just feel like we spent quite a bit of time rehashing things that you don't need to talk about right now.
Well, no, I have nothing to talk about. I just welcome you to the hell of Maladomini.
Wonderful.
As you guys enter this plane, see that the place is made up of the most nightmarish, grotesque um, arrangements of a combination of biological and non-biological material. It's like people's bodies are merged with the stone, with the plants, with all the formations, all the rock formations and everything.
That skeleton has people diarrhea.
For real?
That's crazy.
I'll get
I
some ice
just
cream. I'll
wanna
be back.
Okay.
I just wanna point out there's someone in there who's got tentacles in her mouth.
Yeah. This
Oh
is
wait,
also
or is that a face?
Is
Right
this
here.
the hentai hell?
I can't tell what we're looking at.
I put a circle on it. Is that
actually
a face or is there a tentacle coming out of her mouth?
I think it's a tongue or something stuck in her mouth. I think this is actually a I just googled pictures. I think this is a pretty old picture.
It is.
It's got
Um,
some Latin written on it.
yeah. So, interesting what people's views of hell have been in the past. Anyway, Zogdrass lowers you down, and this world is odd. The walls squirm just a little bit as the living bodies that are merged with the rock faces and the all the fixtures and the forest like area that is with the trees. They're moving and they're all moaning in agony. You can tell they've been suffering and they've been suffering for a long time. Some of the newer souls look fresh. There's still color in their skin and in their faces, but some of the older souls, their bodies are just fully decrepit, rotted away and barely moving. But you could still tell they feel and they suffer. Zogdrass continues to um to lower you guys, and you can see you're looking down at the ground now, and the surface of this area is, you can tell it looks very not pattern-like, but there's an arrangement to the trees and the fixtures, the water and the rocks and stuff like that. From above, it looks like there might be some pattern to it. A few more minutes go by, and you've been with Dogdress for the past 2 hours, and he's chatty, but he's not really telling you anything that you need to know. He just continues to inform you about this place. This is the place where the minds of those damned souls are set to be tortured, and the physical manifestations, these bodies are just the bodies are held in place, and their minds are left free to fully suffer. So it's not a physical anxiety that people are feeling, but it's really more of a mental torture, as their bodies just kind of wither away.
Ask him what rank he is in his company.
Zogdrass?
Yeah.
Um,
Are you like entry level or upper management, middle management, corporate?
he says to you, he says, I'm a journeyman, vertical transportation engineer.
I think Adis wants to speak to your manager.
You can fill out a request form, and he reaches over into a console, pulls out a sheet of paper with a series of questions. It's a questionnaire, right? This is form 127X35, and it will be filed according to the appropriate management level.
I take it. Stick it in my pocket.
All right, he hands it to you. He says, at this level of hell, the toll is different. The Duke Maladormini desires to usher and he says to oversee the toll herself. And he, as the lift lands, you can see the Duke walking forward out of the briar of human fingers that was set to the side. This creature silently observes all of you, walking very slowly but purposefully in your direction.
Alright, Renla, this one's all on you.
Oh, come on.
Hey, it's not my fault you have a plus 60 bajillion to your wisdom saves. So you go be mind toy to this Duke.
You mentioned him, herself, so... They?
Renly, you've been in enough orgies, you know what to do.
Yeah, I don't think they speak orgies on this level. The anti-orgy
Renly,
establishments.
how do you have 136 into damn? Which
I
one?
got my
I
third
think
or fourth
I think
level.
you're more physically enduring than even Deimos.
I got my tier 4
Shut. Oh, yes.
on Aurelian.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Nice.
Right.
The Duke
Yeah.
approaches and looks at you all and says, "Which one of you is the one who speaks for all?"
Point at Renly.
Once we don't have Deimos actually jumping in for a for a for a challenge.
Deimos jumps in and says, "I'm gonna win them all."
The Duke says, "I do not know you. Some of you I know." She looks at Elwyn. She looks at Adis. "Others I don't. And yet you are those who are fate touched." Elwyn.
Is there a correlation?
God, please tell me I did not do something to piss this person off.
Adis, the Duke looks at you, and he says, "You've grown since last I saw. Fascinating." Then leveling eyes at you, Renly. "Ah, you see far. You have experienced much. Touched eternity, have you?"
Yes, there was YouTube at one time.
YouTube.
She cocks her head a bit and says, "Interesting. Well, that all matters little to me. This is my realm, and in order to pass, you must win. What grievance shall be brought forth?" And Zogdras steps forward. I have a grievance, your lady lordship." And the Duke says, "Speak, fallen one." And Zogdras says, "This one here," and he points at Adis, "has wronged me, stolen what was rightfully mine. I wish recompense. I wish him re-gifted to me." The Duke
I
says,
step up. I
Okay.
say, well, I take grievance to your grievance. You see this one right here that you wish gifted back to you. He is
"Yes."
now one of my disciples. I am Elwyn, fire god from the sky. And if you wish not to have a grievance with a god, and then I suggest you drop it at once before I crush you.
Maladamini, the Duke, you see his body
I wink at Adis.
shifts a bit. Folds of skin rippling up and down her torso. He says, "Ha ha 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 ha, a counterclaim. Good. Then we shall resolve this in the old way."
Oh god.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Spock, lizard.
She says, "No, nothing so mundane."
Somebody's been watching Big Bang Theory.
She waves her hands, and you see the flesh, the petrified flesh of the forest around you begin to move and change as bodies and people groan in agony. Sections of the ground lift up, others move, others recede, things move left vertically, horizontally. The whole plane is moving around you in disorienting Escher-like ways. You know, parts that don't seem like they could connect to. Paradoxical arrangements of walkways and walls and surfaces. And then finally, after a few minutes, everything settles, and you see before you a path that ventures forward. And the Duke says, "The first to find me in the center of the maze will get the desires of their heart granted. Their grievance will be met. Fate touched. Know you that this one here," she points at Zogdras, "is passionate. His desire is great. Have you enough to defeat him?"
I look at Deimos sleeping on the floor.
I nut check him.
I cast wish and imprison him with the chains, the chaining effect. So he just gets chained to the ground. So that gives Elwyn a nice head start. I'm sure he'll probably break out of it, but
On Zogdras?
Yeah.
Oh.
Heavy golden chains rip out of the ground and grab hold of him.
She says, she smiles and says, "No, you have different paths to follow." The ground splits apart as the souls grind and the bodies grind in agony, right? And Zogdras on the ground that he's on just shifts away. A wall recedes, and this chunk of ground that he was on he just dashes through this splitting in the wall, and then the wall shuts behind him.
It's cheating.
She says, "Find me, and you will have your path forward. If you truly are those touched by fate, then you will find your victory."
Are you actually in the maze in the first place? Just wanted to know, FYI.
Ready, set, go, I found you.
She says, "I will be in its center." And with that, she steps back, and the haze of the area, just like a fog, just kind of just swirls about the area. So you guys are standing in, kind of like a maze. The entryway is large. You know, it's not a narrow like a labyrinth, and the ceiling is high, but it's a thick fog that you look upward and see. You can see about 30 feet up, right? And the maze is not so much rock walls and stuff, but it's made out of kind of like a forest. So there's trees, there is some natural looking rock fixtures, but again, they're all infused with the petrified or petrifying bodies of these suffering souls.
I jump on Renly, thinking that she's reading my mind, and hoping she turns into a big wolf so she can sniff our way to victory. I jump on her.
You're much bigger than Renly. Elwyn is now on your shoulders. Do an athletic check to see if you can carry him.
Oh God.
My other steed is not available today.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you.
Yep.
Yeah, Renly, you're quite strong, and you realize that Elwyn hasn't been eating too well lately. He's had a lot of stress on his mind, so he's actually been kind of losing weight.
This is what happens when you let Deimos carry you everywhere in his underwear. No body strength.
Onward, steed. I whip around the butt.
I turn into an earth elemental and start moving. I'm using my earth elemental senses to see.
Okay. In front of you. What'd you say?
No, I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
Okay. So there's a path that goes into the first section of the maze.
Okay, cool.
All right, you walk forward into it. The
And I'm
path.
using spell, which is a mapper, to help me not double back and end up back where I started from. So this way, and then I charge forth.
The path opens up before you. As you step into the clearing, you realize that the path winds between pools of stagnant muck. The path leads eastward and deeper into the misty forest.
Where are we heading?
Midas.
Yeah?
I'm going to cast Find the Path. And I declare the center of the maze.
I mean, even if we lose, we're not gonna let him keep Adis, right? We'll fuck both of them up.
Well, we have to kill him no matter what because Mistress Albrosia, she wants me to kill him.
Oh, okay. You should have said that when we were on the elevator.
Well, we needed
Okay.
him to go down the elevator, so we were playing along. It was
So need him to press the
Deimos'
down
idea.
button. Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, according to the company policy, we can't push the button. If we do, the elevator won't work.
Oh, okay. All right.
Only-
well, it doesn't
only a
matter
cer-
if we lose.
Only a certified vertical lift engineer can.
Yeah, corporate
I'm gonna
speech.
let Renly take the wheel and go where she wants to.
Okay.
Hey, Renly, do you have the Find the Path spell? It would actually probably
No.
be better if you used it. It's a druid spell.
I don't have it right now. Is it a ritual?
Uh,
I did think I was gonna encounter mazes, so I don't think I prepared it for the day.
no, it is not. I mean, I could cast it with Wish, but
Yeah,
So-
use your wish.
alright, I'll cast Find the Path.
What's the
Not like
what's the
I
spell?
can get
Find the path.
Sixth
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, it allows you to declare a destination, and the spell will show you the shortest, most direct physical route to the specific location. Oh, never mind. It doesn't work.
You have to be familiar with it.
Yeah. Yep, you have to be familiar with it. Never mind.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so which way is the center? Can I go through walls? Can we climb walls? Or am I walking through these paths?
You're on a path, and like I said, when you enter this place, the path winds between pools of stagnant muck, leading eastward and deeper into the misty forest.
Okay. And when we approached the path, we couldn't see anything because of the fog, right?
Yes, but you're on the
And-
path now.
Okay, and with my earth senses, can I see like 50 feet around, like as I'm entering this path? It probably goes on for a while, right? It's not it's not a maze of like a labyrinth. It looks like an actual like forest thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But again, the forest, the rocks, and the trees are all made of bodies.
Oh, great.
So it's not a maze where like we can just stick to the just hold the right hand wall and follow the right hand wall all the way to the center, right?
There's no wall.
Yeah, it's yeah. All right. So following the path, charging through the path.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
And
you proceed eastward, deeper
as
into
we
the
go through
forest.
the path and as we go deeper in, does it look like the bodies are getting older, or is there any change in the way that the landscape is developed? Like like
Roll perception.
different side- Okay.
You're observing, and just like, so you're looking at the bodies now, and again, different limbs. You see arms and legs all entangled. Every once in a while, it's a face, and like even the ground that you're walking on is made of bodies, mixed with earth, right? And there really does seem to be a general mix of age of creatures. Some have been here for a long time. Some are freshly are there, and they're still bleeding. There's still cuts in. You can see cuts in their skin, and blood is still flowing out of them. seeping slowly. All of them are moving and writhing. The younger ones, the newer ones, seem to be, they react quicker. They're generally moving more. The older ones still twitch, but everything is a little bit more sluggish. They're all jumbled together.
All right.
All right.
Just
You guys
for
move along
shits
the
and
path.
giggles, I'm gonna
Yeah.
disintegrate one of the trees in the wall. Let's see what happens.
So and the creatures there with it.
Yeah.
All right. You fire disintegrate one of the trees. As you do, it impacts the stone, the wood, and the bodies that are composing it. The disintegrate kind of blooms into a sphere of destruction. Call it 3 feet wide and 3 feet in diameter, glowing with green light, and it just destroys that material, that matter. You could hear the bodies screech and suffer as they're torn. They're very the physicality of them is torn apart and disintegrated. There's a hole, like a cavity, left where you blasted. The bodies that you hit some of them are split in half. They're cut out in the circle shape. The remnants. So one torso is split completely in half, but you can see the bottom half is still writhing, still in agony. None of them seem to have died. They just are writhing in agony. Whatever's left.
But there's a hole in it now.
Yeah.
Hey, Elwin.
It is beginning to grow back. The ground is beginning to refill. Bodies are being pushed in from another place, from deeper underground, and the hole is beginning to fill. Within a matter of about 10 seconds, it's regrown.
Alright, so
with fresh bodies.
That's an option if we need.
I would like to maybe climb like partially up some of the bodies and try to like lift Elwin above the wall. Can he see past the wall?
There's a very thick fog 30 feet up, providing like a height that you can't see above.
Okay.
I was trying to find out if the rules allowed us to destroy the wall, even if temporary, because then we could just, aim for the center and blow the wall out of the way.
I mean, okay, fine. I'll try purple worming it, and I'll burrow.
I'm not saying we have to. I wanted to experiment with it.
Yeah, no, I get your point. So I'm gonna purple worm it. So Elvin's now riding a purple worm, which is definitely not an upgrade. And I'll try to burrow down. And what do I hit?
As soon as you start to try to turn into the ground, you're shredding not just earth but also bodies. So there's appendages, there's legs, there's gore being torn, and
okay,
it's
I
quickly.
Stop as soon as I hit a limb.
I'm
like, as soon as I see blood, I stop.
You're a purple worm. You don't see blood.
I'm like, I taste it.
She can taste it. Yeah.
And it tastes delicious.
It tastes nasty, Renly. This is not just blood. It's like it's blood that's been putrefying here.
Okay, when I wild shape back, like 20 feet away from the blood so that the blood like falls to the ground if I can. But
you look down and you see that you tore into the back of a particularly old individual, and the blood is black and it's oozing very slowly, and the body is like writhing, vibrating in pain.
Okay, I'm now going to branch of Yggdrasil. Elwin, you're on the top branch, okay? And I'm just going to start healing in my vicinity because of multiple people screaming in pain due to us.
Hey, Renly.
Okay.
Renly.
Mm-hmm.
They're here suffering for a reason. It's okay.
I know, but I just want to do this, and maybe we can talk to someone who's no longer in pain. I don't know.
Do you want to torture them, Renly?
I'm healing the people that I accidentally maimed.
What do you think that will be like, given what they've gone through?
Probably
giving them a
terrible.
little, yeah,
I'm
giving
still
them
doing it.
a little bit of hope and all this. Yeah, that's just gonna be even. That's like the ultimate torture.
I know, but I'm still doing it.
All right.
Okay.
At least I
All
know about
right.
the bleeding. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm doing that to the
you're
one on the
you
ground.
are able to slowly repair the wound. It is slow going. His body is so old that and
Oh,
there
it,
the
yeah.
cells don't regenerate very quickly. Feldorn, are you doing anything? What are you doing as you watch this happening?
I'm just watching. I don't. Not participating in any of the maiming of these bodies or healing to make them suffer more.
Okay, while this is happening, I'm gonna try lay of the land, to see if I can get some general knowledge of locations nearby, natural landmarks.
Knowledge of general location at major natural landmarks.
Like, kind of probably a
Um,
landmark, right?
Wait, you said the wall's made out of a bunch of bodies,
yeah.
Yep.
Ridley? After you do your lay of the land, I have an idea, and me and you're gonna have some fun.
Oh god. Okay.
Grants you an overview of the land
we have?
around you.
Speak with
Not
dead. Like in the movie?
nothing. Like in the movie. That's pretty good, huh? You guys watched the movie, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a watch party on. Instead of playing the shit show, we had a watch party.
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, it was pretty. It was pretty good, huh?
How many questions
Yeah.
have we had?
What movie did you watch?
It was really good.
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Oh.
Honor
It's a freaking great movie.
Monkeys. Yeah.
Oh, you can watch it on stream already?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's got it?
Paramount Plus has it on streaming. You can buy it otherwise.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I bought it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool.
And you had a watch party. That's pretty cool.
Well, technically, we watched it on something else because the watch party wouldn't let us watch it unless you all bought it.
That's fine.
That's why
Haven't
one
saved
of
the day.
you watches it. That's why one of you watches it and streams it on Discord.
Yeah, Discord is blocked for watch parties.
We tried. That's
We
what I
tried.
was gonna do.
Yeah.
I bought it and I was gonna stream it for everybody, but Discord is like they encode it like all the movies from Prime. That way you can't do that.
Even if you screen
That's
share
hilarious.
instead of window share.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
That's cool that they can do that.
Not cool. But yeah. So Plex
Getting-
to the rescue.
It encourages piracy.
You'd probably actually have to run it through a one of those, what do you call it, those streaming cards. So it actually just encodes it in something completely different.
Yeah, I was thinking probably just like stream it through OBS, but
Yeah.
before I could get anything working, Kevin made it work, so we watched it off of his.
Nice.
Mhm.
Sweet. All right. Riley, this spell is not effective. It's
Okay. Cool.
it doesn't really work with a hellscape made of bodies. If it was,
Okay.
it's not. This is not natural occurring land here.
All right. Okay. So we are back to Earth Elemental and moving.
Okay. Are you following the path? The path is moving eastward.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You guys
one second.
proceed to the next.
So you said the wall's made out of a bunch of like bodies.
It's bodies mixed
Okay.
with like rock and wood and soil, that kind of stuff. But it's mostly bodies.
Okay. Do they? I'm gonna just try this. Let's see here. Choose any number. Hey, you never know. They might be willing to not be what they are right at the moment. So I'm gonna cast animal shapes, and I'm gonna turn everyone I can see within 30 feet of me into. What's your favorite animal, Rinley?
Ants.
Into ants.
You're trying to turn them into ants.
Yep.
These suffering.
Yep.
Souls.
And it would make a hole in the wall without hurting anybody. or causing them any more suffering, I suppose.
Since they're being tortured, as soon as they turn into ants, they turn back into people because that one hit point disappears.
No,
Yeah,
because
like a
Ether
few of them. You cast it. So Adis, you cast it, right? And you see a few of them. So in this thick mesh of bodies, a few of them. I'm talking like 10 of them drop. You can see they shrink down into ants, and behind them are more bodies. Not all of
It's
them
like a
accept it.
seabed almost.
Yeah.
where
But as you cast it, you see you're leaning into the spell. You can see more. 10, 20, 30 of these bodies just kind of shrink down into ants, and you can start to see some of the ants just crawling around. Behind them are more bodies. The and mixed with the ground and stuff like that. And as that happens, the ground kind of shudders again, and these bodies are squeezed up, and it fills in that gap that you just created.
nice. Okay, I got the information I wanted.
Yeah, I'm just making my way as fast as possible through the path. If y'all have ideas,
All right.
feel free.
You guys move to the next section. You come to a standing stone in the middle of this area. On it, the faces of the people are worn smooth by eons of time. These are all very old faces. Only the symbol of an eye, one creature with an eye half closed, is still even recognizable. The rest are the faces are worn so smooth that you can barely make out the features. From here, a path leads east, west, and south.
Lynn, what do you want?
Oh,
We're coming from the west, right?
We're coming from the north, east, west, and south, right out of the paths that we have.
You came from the east. You came from the west.
Oh, we came from the
From the-
west. Okay.
I say.
Bending
Is there
down
any
towards south?
difference? Is there any difference, like in the faces in the different directions, or is it pick one and hope you're right?
Oh, good point.
The faces that you're
Like,
seeing on the
Yeah, is there anything that will help me make my decision, or is it just like let's hope we pick the right one?
Yeah, looking at them,
Roll-
analyzing.
roll perception or investigation. Which one are you choosing?
I let Renly roll.
can I do the investigation?
Yeah, I'll do perception. I'll just be like looking around.
You guys are Adis, you're looking at it. You're trying to examine the faces on this pillar of stone in the middle of the clearing. Like I said, they're so old that they've worn down. They've degraded so much that they're barely recognizable. The features, the nose has petrified. It's kind of smoothed over. The eyes are long gone. But it's Renly, you get a feeling. You look at the face of one of the southern looking faces, and it just seems calmer. It just seems less in agony. And you're not really sure what to attribute it to, but your perception roll is just like, I don't know. It just seems a little bit more serene than the rest of their faces looking.
I let people know, and I'm like, yeah. So when in doubt, we do go south.
Okay, let's go.
I have a question real quick. Midas, would
Mhm.
this particular place qualify as in any way being arcane-ish?
No.
Okay.
Okay. You guys go south to the next section. As you arrive here, you see that the trail leads north, east, and west. Here at the intersection lies a flat, moss-covered slab of stone. Sitting on the stone, perched atop it, is a creature. A creature with spines, with 6 arms, mandible-looking jaws, and nails and rusted metal piercing its arm and its body, wrapped and twines of wire wrapped all around it.
To the devil.
Are you in agony right now?
The creature shudders a bit and moves forward with you. It's a nightmare wrapped in chains and built of cutting gears. As it stands, you can see its stomach is filled with gears and cogs, and they spin and whirl. And as they do, its body moves as it tramps forward. An
I'm
eerie
edging
howl breaks through the air.
I'm edging around it. I'm like, this you should probably true polymorph.
For the rest of eternity, be a rabbit.
No, something that can speak.
Oh, be a commoner.
You say that, and then it rushes at you, unaffected
Okay,
by the
this
spell.
can work.
It's got an
'Kay.
immutable form, Rinley.
Roll initiative.
Okay. Oh my god, ew.
That was a really good description.
Yeah.
Midas. Let's see here. Initiative. There it is. Ooh. Y'all rolled high enough. You'll know it before my turn.
Just out of curiosity, so I could roll spirits. Has it been a new day?
Yes.
Did we get a long rest?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We give you a long rest before you came down.
Okay. Then I'm gonna mark off. I'm gonna give back the spell slots I haven't used this session because I.
Here. Let me guys give you a long rest heading to this area. There.
Okay, so I used a 7. I used an 8. Okay. As we go into combat, I'll say to him in the local tongue, subdued.
The creature is a whirl of screeching and clattering and chittering as the gears. Some of them, you can tell they're not very well matched together. Some are scraping against each other. It doesn't really make sounds out of vocal cords. Yes, friendly.
Okay.
But it's made from the screeching and scraping of its metallic parts against each other. It's a horrible grinding, screeching sound. Okay. All right, Renly. As it steps forward and its whip cracks through the air, its rusty, barbed whip cracks through the air. You manage to react first. What do you do?
Yeah, I didn't expect to go first, and I'm like, what the hell is that? As I run away from it with Elvin on me. Guys, what is that? What is that? I'm running away.
Have I ever seen one of these before, Midas?
You? You've never been down to this level before.
I have no idea, Rinley.
Okay. I fairy fire it. I don't know what to do.
Fairy fire.
Level 1 spell.
All right. So it starts glowing. It starts
Yeah.
glowing. It can't turn invisible, and the next attack gets advantage against it, right?
Oh no, it's all attacks are at advantage.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I'm just going to keep running away from it.
Let's get roll dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. I don't have anything to target though, so I can't like roll it on it.
That's fine. I'll just roll it manually. All right. What's your DC?
82?
All right. So it starts glowing with this violet light.
Okay, and yeah, I'm running away. Okay, that's about it for me.
All right. The creature screeches and moves in your direction. You guys were all standing fairly close together. Renly, you were which form were you in? The branched form, or are you in your
Earth
natural
elemental.
form? Earth elemental form. Okay, so you move away as a creature comes barging forward. Feldorn, it sets its sights on you, and it comes. Its whip cracks through the air. It's an attack against you.
What's your
38.
armor class?
Yeah, what's your armor, Feldorn?
Actually, I'm gonna shield that. I have shield somewhere. If I shield, it misses. My
Okay.
AC is. No, actually, never mind. No, it still hits even if I shield.
Hold on. What's your AC though?
25.
25. Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. It crashes into you, Feldorn, and as it hits you, it wraps around you. And you can feel these barbs digging into your skin. And the thing just wraps until it yanks on it, and it squeezes tight. And then the gears on its body begin to turn, and it acts almost like a winch. The rope squeezes tighter and tighter and tighter. You're rapidly losing breath. You can feel the air being squeezed out of your lungs. Okay, so you're gonna take on the initial hit, you take this in slashing damage. So we'll call that 140 points of slashing damage. But really, where the action starts to occur is in its squeezing ability. So in bludgeoning damage, you take 350 points in bludgeoning damage.
Yikes.
Okay?
Mhm.
And then it slashes out with its arms, two hands clawing across your body. So that's another 120 and 140 damage.
What was the roll to hit?
Oh, he's caught up in it. It's an auto hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the creature kicks back its head and screams. Again, grinding gears. All of you that are near it, so that's all of you, make a wisdom saving throw. Renly succeeds.
It might not go.
Damn, it's that high that a 34 fails?
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
Dark Mind. Yeah, 1 sec. D3. Oh, yeah.
All right. The rest of you have a streak of fear just grips your heart. You begin to tremble a little bit. You guys are in the fear condition right now, in the frightened condition.
Oh, fun.
Okay. All right, that's its turn. Adis, what do you do?
I cast Wish to cast a spell. And I will cast Planar Binding and make this bitch my bitch.
What does this do again?
It binds a fiend to my service
Ooh.
for a day. So I'm only casting it 5th level. Assuming he doesn't
When a
succeed
charisma saving
the-
throw that fails save is bound to your service, the creature is made. It chooses to succeed. It'll use its legendary resistance.
Oh, you're just mean. I was gonna totally. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have an infinite amount of those. Oh, and I forgot to roll a d6 at the start of my turn. Well, I guess I will use my bonus action then to Misty Step 30 feet away from him.
Okay.
Where the hell is that? It's level 3, right?
Yeah. All right, Feldorn. Feldorn, you're about 10 feet away from it, right? Since you're frightened, you're gonna have a hard time moving forward closer to him. But what do you choose to do?
Am I like grappled or anything by the whip?
Yes.
I'm gonna dimension door to go 40 feet away from that thing
Okay.
and get out of
You
the way.
vanish.
So
You vanish from the whip, and as you do, the air surges back into your lungs. Anything else?
no, I don't really. No. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, bonus action. Before I dimension door, I'm gonna pull out my dancing blade and then dimension door,
Okay.
and let it go so it starts dancing right around him.
Renly,
Okay.
try to polymorph his ass.
You already tried that.
Elwin, what
Or
do you do?
not polymorphing. Do shit to him to make him less resistant.
I will cast as a bonus action. I am going to fly over next to Feldorn, and
Mhm.
I am going to touch his sword.
Okay.
And I will cast Pepin's Weapon Storm on it.
See that 3 times as fast.
Pepin's Weapon Storm.
PWS, PWS, PWS.
So 3 duplicate weapons are created.
And so Feldorn, whenever your weapon attacks, it attacks 4 times. So there's 3 duplicates of it.
I think the weapon already attacks like 5 times.
Well, 4 more times. And then for my main action, I will cast 3 fire bolts at the dude.
Okay.
Wait, why disadvantage?
Frightened?
Oh, but it's got fairy fire, so it should negate.
Oh yeah, negates. Yeah, it's on the combat tracker. You guys can attack
okay.
it.
Didn't my weapon get its tier 3?
You should have it.
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened. I'm not seeing it on my.
And that's my turn?
On my party sheet.
Did you drag it into your Here, you can put it on your character sheet. Yeah, I put it in the chat. Okay, Ellen, you pepper it with fire, blasting into it, striking it. It screams as the energy. You can see the energy heats up its metal parts and circuits, but it's definitely not heavily damaged. All right, Renly, your turn.
All right. I'm a rock dome that's very familiar with tinkering with stuff, right? So, I'm not completely unaware of, gears and mechanisms and stuff. And I was wondering if I could take a look at this while I'm like, moving around it and trying to avoid its arms and appendages and everything.
Mhm.
To see if there's something, like that is either pissing it off or like giving it more power, like something that will help buy us time to deal with this.
All right. Roll an investigation check.
I have my magic items thingy, which is int, yes. So expert at that. Okay, I'm having a hard time figuring this out.
Okay. I mean, you're looking at it. It's made of. The problem is it's made of devilish engineering, right? And from where you are, none of its gear works makes sense. Like you're looking at it as like this shouldn't work. The gears are totally mistimed. They're they don't interact yeah. It's not gnomish engineering at all, right?
Oh,
Gnomish
wow.
engineering is precise, like Swiss watch kind of stuff. This is crude. It's slapped together. Um, there's a heavy imbuement of magic in it, but from here you can't tell how it works.
Okay. I'm going to drop Elwin down, and I know I get a bit of a bonus from my Elrelian, so I am going to turn into a rust monster, just like how we have them in the movie. So, and I'm going to charge up at that metal. So, yeah,
The
rust
little
monster.
things in the movie.
Yeah, yeah, the rust monsters. There's a lot to
All
eat
right.
that's metal.
Most
All
things
right,
in
you
the
rush
movie
at it.
took you to a low-level campaign. For the party.
I'll change my hit points accordingly, but yeah. So I'm heading over
A
to it.
rust monster.
Yeah,
Metal
Oh,
is
that's
because I
worst
have-
enemy.
Yeah, they destroy anything that's not magical.
Oh
I
wait,
don't
it's a
think it's in the.
monstrosity, not a beast. Damn it, never mind. Oh, never mind. I was all excited.
Oh, it is a monstrosity.
Yeah. Oh
a
well.
1/2 CR creature.
I mean, plus 1,000 points, hit points, but still, it would have been fun to start chomping on it. But okay, fine. Um, yeah. Uh, I am going to try to cast confusion on it. I do not know if this will work. I will try.
You guys haven't been in a situation where you actually just need to kill something in a while.
Deimos takes the head of that, you know, like he takes
No,
care of
I
like
don't-
the killing.
I don't want to kill it. I want to make it my bitch, though.
Um, does this work on it, or oh, I should apply it.
What is it? What are you casting? Confusion?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like a 4 intelligence. It doesn't. All right.
Confusion just makes it act randomly, right? That's what
Yeah.
that is, right? Yeah.
I mean, it may actually act normally as well, but there is a table.
Okay. All right. The table doesn't affect it the way you would normally expect, but it will affect it.
All
Alright,
right,
are you
and
done?
then I will continue running away. I don't actually put Elwin down, but yeah, he can always get off my shoulders whenever. But yeah.
On its turn, you can see that whatever you did, Renly, a little bit maybe of your insight into its framework or something, it has at least given it pause. The creature stops in place, and instead of advancing towards Feldorn, because Feldorn was in its whip, and then and he vanished further away, it stops and it turns to you, and you see it pause for a second. It's gonna roll. Okay, and then it advances, and it takes a couple of large steps. And as it does, you can tell it's moving more quickly than you thought it should be able to. The gears are spinning and whirling, and you can tell that looking now down at its feet that they're mechanized as well. So with every step, there's a little bit of spring action going on. So it moves
my gosh.
further forward than its normal gait should carry it. It rushes you. Okay, its mandibles open wide, and it tries to bear down and bite you. Okay, so here's its attack roll against you.
Yeah, I have an
Sure,
AC 19, so that'll hit.
Oh, dang. 'Cause that's 2 points higher than I could shield it for you.
Yep.
Okay, it is going to. All right, so it chomps into you, Renly, for 470 slashing damage.
Okay. And it's so hard to add damage to these things. Okay, one. Let me do math. All right.
And then you notice that in its mandible, right, instead of teeth, it's actually got spiked gears, and they all start to spin and turn. And as they do, you feel them tearing at your flesh, like buzz saws, basically, in the mandible and in its mouth itself. They all begin to turn and whirl very quickly. You could tell that inside it, some kind of power transfer was activated, where all the power is now going to its mandibles, and it really begins to buzz saw you apart. Right? You can feel
As
these
this is
sharp
happening,
blades begin to.
I don't have a reaction on this, but Elwin is on my shoulder. if he's on
I
my
flew off next to Feldorn.
oh, never mind, never mind. Okay, yeah, moving on. Yes, so buzzsaw.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's beginning to shred your flesh, anything that comes in contact with. It's like a chipper machine, like a wood chipper.
Now I
It's
am an
beginning.
earth
It's just.
elemental. How is this working with
Oh yeah.
yeah?
It's absolutely destroying the rock. It's tearing it apart,
Okay,
shredding it. Okay.
great.
So there's three of them. They all whirl very powerfully. Um,
They're diamond tipped.
630, 690, and 310 damage.
Oh my god, I'm definitely back to Renly. But being back to Renly, can I actually go back down on the ground, like out of this? No, I'm still connected to it. Never mind.
No, it basically shreds away. It rips away all the rock from around you, chews through it all, and the mandibles just clench tighter and tighter. So Renly you're still caught up in its grasp.
Okay.
Okay, Adis, you see Renly in its maw. Her earth elemental form just gets dispelled, and she's screaming now. You see some blood, and flesh and hair and stuff beginning to fly into the air.
So you said this thing has flesh, right?
Oh, don't change your max hit points, Renly. You gotta
Oh
you
my
gotta
god, what am
change
I
your
doing?
wounds.
Yeah.
So this thing's flesh on the outside, right?
It's got a very light covering of flesh, but inside its framework is mostly metal.
Alright, I'm gonna give this a try for my first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn its flesh to stone.
Okay.
The DC is 57 Constitution save.
Con? Oh, it's more con,
Yeah.
but 57 is really high.
Yeah. My magic be powerful.
It fails.
Okay, he is restrained. And
Okay.
And next turn he'll make the save again, and if he fails 3 times before he succeeds 3 times, he's petrified. And then for my second spell that I'm going to cast, I'm going to banish him. That's a charisma save.
Okay. He'll ignore that.
He's going to use his thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was the game plan. To
Feldorn, you're up.
slow him down and then make him use a save. So that was a 5th and a 4th and a...
So
Oh, hold on. Forgot my d6. Okay.
Feldorn.
So Feldorn, you teleported 40 feet away, and then he ran 10 feet the other direction. So you're about 50 feet away from him.
Yeah, cool. My sword gets. I had left my sword sitting there, so I activate the dancing part of my sword. And I'm just trying. I can't remember. Okay, so I get 2 attacks, and it gets an extra attack plus the 4 from.
So go ahead and do yours first.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to use one of the abilities on the sword. I'm going to use Step of the Typhoon. It lets me.
Okay.
Actually, no, not Step of the Typhoon. Step of the Mist. Step of the Mist lets me be anywhere I want to be, depending on the. Wow. So I'm surrounding that thing in Renly at the same time, while I'm sitting where I'm actually at, also. So then I'm also going to use the Hellspike to attack this thing. The green Hellspike that I have.
Okay.
So first, it's gonna be the Dancing Blade. So.
All right, 1 second here. So you're attacking with the green Hellspike? I think the green Hellspike actually does damage. Does it? Or is it a weapon?
so.
It is a weapon, right?
Yeah, it's a dagger. +7 dagger.
Yeah, that was the only one that was a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first is going to be the sword attack. So that hits.
Okay.
That much damage. Second, actually, I'm just gonna roll all 4 of the sword attacks on it, because the health spike will be a bonus action. Nope, that misses. So I did 1, 2, 3, last one. And then health spike. Let me see if I equip it, if it actually shows up on my actions.
I'm not sure if it will. I don't know if I made it as a weapon.
No. Yeah, give me a minute.
Mhm.
So it's a +7 magic dagger does 1d 1000 infernal damage. So that'll be 7 so I'm gonna use my Sunblade. No, I'm not. So that's 7 plus my Dex modifier of 42. So 49. That's to hit with the dagger.
Hits.
And then this I have to roll. Slash
Just-
roll 1 slash D1. No slash.
Slash die. D-I-E.
Oh.
That with a slash in front of it.
Just making sure I got it actually did it right. So much to remember.
And if you type it into chat but don't press enter, you can click and drag it down into your hotbar. Then you'll just have it to double click.
Oh, bummer.
Ouch.
But that's +7 plus my plus another 49 with my deck. Oh no, because it's an offhand attack. Oh no, it's a main hand. I'm not holding my sword. So
Okay.
49.
Got it.
And any creature hit by the dagger must succeed a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned. I'm assuming that thing is immune to poison.
It is.
Yep.
Okay. So Elwyn's shadows of your blade, they all attack. Let's see here. They won't do full damage. They can't mimic the quality of your tier 3 blade completely.
So then the first one was my actual blade. The other 4 were the shadows.
Okay, so you rolled them 3 times. You rolled. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled it 4 times. Or
As his shadows. Okay. So
actually,
those damage will be
Yeah,
reduced.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Having
Yeah, I don't have
engaged with it, you feel the trepidation in your heart start to weaken. You're no longer frightened since you struck it.
Mhm.
All right, Ellen, your turn.
I'm just gonna firebolt. And 3 more times.
All right. Okay, Renly, back to the top. It's you.
Alrighty. I am still in its mouth, so I'm gonna turn into an air elemental. Um, and so that I'm no longer quite stuck in its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I'm going to attempt to hailstone it. So let's try that out.
That's a crit.
Oh, I didn't do max. I didn't do the. Wait, I think it did. Okay, yeah, okay. And then I'm going to see if this works. Does it use its legendary to save on the confusion? I mean, on the
Uh,
stun?
the stun.
Yeah.
Um. Yes, it will.
Alrighty. And since I've attacked it, I have my mobile feet, so I'm going to fly as far the fuck away as I can. But yes. And that is my turn.
Wait,
As
wait.
I fix
Oh yeah. Oh, because you went Earth Elemental form, or what?
air
Air
elemental.
Elemental. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You slip out of its grasp. The creature is beginning to teeter. You guys have done a lot of damage to it. You can see chunks of its flesh, and its body breaking. It's going to use its first attack to move, and you can see the petrification of the
can't move.
skin was its layer of skin was so thin that the petrification breaks.
It's just
Um,
breaking the
and
skin off.
it shakes its skin off. So now all you're seeing is cogs and metal underneath. But the skin did help hold it together. So as it stumbles forward, it's starting to shed mechanical parts. Gadgets or gaskets and gears are beginning to fall to the ground. Pieces of piping and wiring are beginning to flay outwards. Steam and pressure are beginning to vent from different parts of its body because its skin is no longer holding it in. It is going to step forward. Let's see. Let's see. Feldorn, you close distance with it, right? So you're within range?
Well, no.
You
So
use the
basically, I'm still where I'm at, but that ability
Oh, you set
of
the
Mm-hmm.
my
sword to
sword
go
lets
attack.
me. Yeah. Well, no, the ability of my sword lets me be in 1d6 places at the same time. So
That's right.
yeah. So technically I am, but technically I'm not.
Okay. All right. Adis, it's going to stumble towards you, right? And at range, it's going to swing its whip.
Okay, okay.
Here comes a whip attack against you.
I will just normal shield that.
Okay.
That puts my armor class to 32.
All right. It crashes against your arcane shield. You can see the gears or the the chain like whip just wrap around your arcane shield. But as it squeezes and pulls, your shield holds, and then the creature spouts a couple more gears, and the whip slackens, and the creature stumbles a bit. It is your turn. You can tell that it is in bad shape.
Okay. Let's hope for a 5. Son of a bitch. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I need to buy another round, so I will use that previous 4 to get a 4th level back, and I will banish him again. 57 charisma.
Okay. As you cast your spell on this creature, um, it it shudders a bit, and you can see the portal just opening up within its form, and the creature just shifts into another plane of existence.
Sweet. Alright, I can hold this for a minute. So basically, my goal is to hold this until I get 2 turns in a row where I roll a combination of 9 on d6s to get back my 9th level so that I can planar bind him when he comes back. So,
And what plane of existence did you send it to?
since this is his home plane, it puts him in a pocket dimmic plane. Just a void. He's basically in a pocket dimension in stasis until he comes back, since he's on his native plane.
Okay.
We're
Alright,
just
so you're-
wasting time.
We really
Yeah.
are.
It won't take that long. I just need to get.
You need a
I'm
minute.
looking at the
I have a
totems
minute.
to see like
You-
which
you- so you-
direction they're.
All right, hold on. So your spell regen, it only happens in combat, right?
Oh, I suppose that's true. I wouldn't actually be in combat if you.
Yeah, not in combat. Yeah, you can't just regen spells while you're not in combat.
True.
What
Okay.
did the signpost say? Because we need to leg it.
All right, I'm gonna go stand where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I'm gonna pull out the health spike, and then I'll release the spell, and as soon as he comes back, I'll stab him in the back.
So you guys remember, you guys are the trail enters this zone. The trail leads north, east, and west. You came from the north, and at the center of the intersection, there's a slab of stone, and he was sitting on the stone.
Ooh, what is on the stone? Reading the stone.
You just see the faces and bodies of damned souls.
Right.
Was he dead enough that the health spike will kill him?
You don't know. All right.
I very much doubt it.
Well, I'm bringing him back, and then I'm just gonna stab him as soon as he comes back with the health spike. And
Okay, I will ready a ritual if the stabbing does not take care of him.
Okay. So, anyone doing anything else? Because he's arriving in a few seconds.
I'm gonna attack it with the dancing sword again.
Firebolts.
I'll go
Alright.
last after everyone's gone through their stuff. Yeah.
The creature reappears, spouting acid, or like not acid, but like mechanical acid and fumes and steam. He lands though, and you guys get to do your round of attacks.
all right, I'm gonna stick him with the dagger. 29 hit him.
29 does not hit him.
Why are you at disadvantage again?
Oh, would I still be frightened of him?
No, you hit him before, so you're not frightened anymore.
Okay. Well, then, as an exchange, can I just spark that then instead of rerolling it?
Sure.
How long
Alright,
did the
so-
Pepin's thing last?
58.
Pepin's weapon.
Yeah.
That does hit.
Okay.
Okay, you guys roll damage.
I rolled damage.
1 minute.
Oh, so the sword will still get 4 attacks. Cool. So
What's
this
the damage
no.
roll for my health spike, Midas?
He was banished for a minute, so the spell's gone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For the dagger,
Yeah, for my health spike.
the health spike, it's not very high. What it's your strength plus
Oh, but it's
1d4
division
it's
64,
dagger.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So 14, but I'm shoving it in and leaving it in. So they do their thing, or like holding it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, Ellen,
technically
you
I should. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's Deimos.
how many attacks does your character get?
My sword gets 2 extra attacks. So that would be the first attack, which is mine, and then here come the next 2, just in case.
'Kay.
That's 1 and 2. Why do I have a crit on a 17?
You have it set to crit on a 13 or higher,
How the heck did that happen?
or no, or 10 or higher. It looks like.
No, crit on melee 13 or higher. That shouldn't be.
Or do you have the crit button pushed? Maybe.
No, I never had the crit button. So this is for the second one, and then the third one. To make sure it's dying.
You strike it between the barrage of firebolts and Feldorn's blade. You guys are tearing it to pieces. Gears and piping and wiring are shattering and disconnecting everywhere. And then Adis as the creature begins to drop to its knees, you press the hell spike into it. And as you do, you see not just a deactivation of its machinery, a decommissioning of this automaton, but you see life entirely go out from its form. You press the spike in, and as you do, any kind of activation, any kind of life leaves its body. You know that these parts can never be activated again. They become
Whisper to
completely inert.
in Infernal, because that's the language here, right? Infernal. Your service has come to an end.
Okay. You've brought complete soul death to this being. The pieces drop to the ground, never to be activated or animated again.
Well, now I know it works on hell golems.
Ellen, east, earth, west.
Hey, Renly.
So I wanna take a look at that rock to see if the picture of the damned souls are like pointing in any direction that might be leading us toward this thing.
Oh,
You go to the rock? All right.
Yeah.
Here so go ahead and what kind of check are you rolling?
That's a good question. I would probably be investigating it to see if it's like looking or pointing, or if it's like pointing in a direction, maybe like kind of like an arrow or something.
Can I assist
All right,
you
roll
with
investigation.
advantage?
Roll investigation. You have advantage because Adis is helping you.
$44.
Not very
Okay.
helpful.
You go and you're looking, Felder, as you're looking, to your naked eye, you can't really tell the difference between any of the souls or any of the beings whose faces are on the surface of this rock. You'll have to do something more if you want to truly divine what their intentions and their thoughts are.
I'm gonna burn a spirit or two to use the boon of deepest truth, the learning of things, to find out where this see you next Tuesday is hiding.
Okay.
Can I cast?
So you
I don't know if
consume one of your spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that, well, actually, I'm consuming the spirit so that the learning of truth, that spirit would lead us into the direction that we need to go to find this person for the challenge.
Okay. You reach out, and as you do, you can see one of your spirit companions walk up beside you, and as you extend your arm, shadowing your arm is the spirit's arm, right? So it's almost like you have an echo of your arm just reaching out and touching the surface of the stone. The echo of the spirit's hand is also interacting with the surface of the stone. There are 3 faces on the stone surface. You touch them all on the forehead, one at a time. And as you get to the third one, your spirit, the spirit that is aiding you,
Mm-hmm.
it pauses, and the spirit draws closer, and you can see the shadowy outline of its head looking face to face with this pitiful, um, pitifully and woefully arranged face there. The face is all scrunched up. It's like in agony, right? Your spirit though, is looking over and caresses its forehead and leans forward and whispers to it a little bit. And as it does, you can see the face visibly relax. The tension and the goes out of the muscles in its face, and you can see it's the scowl releasing on its face, and in a way that this face has not moved in a long time. Its face now looks a little bit more peaceful, a little bit less in anguish. The spirit looks up at you and and fades away. That was the westmost face.
So I point to the west and I say, "Onward!"
Alrighty.
Okay. As
As
you
we
go to
start,
this section,
as we start
You move
dragging
on-
Deimos' sleeping body.
That was my bad. Fuck it.
Oh, you woke up after this thing finally bit it. Okay, great.
Yes, I'm very smart. Yes.
Hey, what kind of war god are you?
all right. You walk into the next section, the next area, having followed the path to the west. Here, you can see that the path continues on, but it breaks off again. The path flows to the east and to the south. There in the center, a rotten shack stands at the corner. It's hard to believe that someone would choose to live here, but there the shack is, regardless.
I knock.
I was gonna just shout, "Hello there!"
I knew, right?
All right, you're knocking on it.
Mhm.
A little bit of time goes by. Oh,
Do I hear anything like through the door or anything like anything coming?
you do hear a rustling, right? And finally, 1 second here. Where's that? Okay. As you do hear rustling, and you hear from a voice from behind going, "Stop your infernal knocking! I'm coming, I'm coming." And opening the door, you see the scowl of an elderly face peering back at you.
Shit.
Wait, we know this face.
Bastard. Oh,
He goes,
shit.
"What?"
Damn, you're rude.
"Yeah? I'm in hell.
If I remember,
You'd be inclined to say fuck you all too."
if I remember correctly, this is the guy I got my legacy item from, right? He
Yes.
was the guy trapped in. Yeah, okay. What's up, dude? Long time no see.
Ah, fuck you.
What are you doing down here?
Well, where do you think souls go after they cause thousands of years of torment and on Earth?
I mean,
They put me in the shittiest shack in the shittiest section of this place, and all I can do all day is hear the screams and howls of people that I cause suffering to.
are you allowed
It's
to
downright
leave-
fucked.
Are you allowed to leave your shack?
No. This is my punishment.
I'll tell you what. You tell us the quickest, most efficient way to get to the center of this maze, and
He says, "Why would I want to help you?"
because you owe me.
I owe you jack
wait.
shit.
Is he
Fine.
bound to this hell?
Yeah. He's damned here.
Oh shit. I pick him up and I will carry him around as he comes.
I mean, I can't promise to get you out of hell, but I could get you out of here.
So
You
quick.
don't understand. Go on.
Quick out of question. Out of character question. Jesus Christ! I think I need to go back to sleep. Because I can use the binding and breaking of things.
Oh.
Would I be able to offer up breaking his bond to this hell and letting him travel the hells freely?
Okay, that's definitely something. That's definitely something you can. That's definitely a bond that you can try to break. So guys, just a reminder: this is Dolric. Dolric was a wizard of incredible power who lived thousands of years ago. Right. And he dominated his time. He suppressed a bunch of kingdoms and did a bunch of bad stuff. But before he died, he created some magics to help him live forever. And he basically, his tomb was the place that you guys were exploring when Elwyn died, and got sent to, and you guys came to hell in the first place. Remember that? And then you went back to his tomb.
He's a soul, right?
He is, yeah. He's a soul.
Yeah, he pissed off a dragon, if I remember correctly, and got stuck in a book or something.
Yeah. You guys freed him. He was able to move on to his soul by defeating and just basically overcoming his dungeon. But now he's stuck in hell, and all he hears all the time are the screams of the souls that he basically mistreated while he was in power on the mortal plane. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Does he still have his magic while he's down here?
He's a much diminished version of himself. I mean, here in hell, you are basically slave to whatever the lord of this realm wants to happen, or the demons or the devils that the Lord puts in charge.
Mm-hmm. So when he's like, oh, what, like basically saying fuck you, we can't give him nothing, I go, technically I can break your shackles in this place so that you can roam free and do whatever the hell you want. Maybe you could even become the new ruler of hell by the time we're done.
He pauses and he says, "Wait, what?" He looks at you. He says, "You say these things, but I know what magic does, and I know what magic is, and I know that this place is nowhere near the bonds of magic. Look at these." And he holds up his wrists, and there are shackles on his wrist. He says, "These are not arcane. The weave does not flow through these bonds. This is something else. This is devilish. This is terrible."
Nobody said anything about magic. I know the absolute truth of those bonds, and I can break it. Or I can make your shackles even worse. You choose.
He says,
"You want to be a dick, and I'll make your shackles worse. You want to be nice and help us? I break your shackles."
He says, "What do you want from me? I'm not going to blow you."
No.
You need to get to the center.
Yes.
Yeah, take us to the center of the maze. Quickly.
And then you have to blow him.
No blowing.
He pauses.
So you'll have to blow Deimos.
Nope. All I know is I heard Adis and blow. There's two things that Adis wants.
Speak up, Deimos. You're being really quiet.
Am I? Oh shit.
Dolric looks at you for a bit, and he says, "I guide you to the center of this maze, and you break my bonds?"
Yes.
Prove to me you can do it. He holds up one wrist. Break the one.
No.
No funny biz. Well, you have to do it first. He can't leave the shack.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, it's either take it or leave it. You choose now.
Yeah, and no funny business.
Like I said, I can make your bonds worse, or I can break them.
He really can't do it.
He says,
Just say yes.
He looks at you, Adis, and he says, "Swear by my scroll."
I swear by it.
It's fuck. Fine. He gets up.
I look at him over at Feldor and I say, "You better not fuck this up."
Oh, don't worry. I won't fuck nothing.
That's actually
He gets up and he goes to the door of his shack, and he says, "100 years I've been sitting here," he says, "and I've saved up enough energy, enough power to leave." Okay. What was the last thing that you guys heard?
So, he was bound to his shack.
He was
Oh, yeah.
about to take a step out. Something about using up his magic to step outside.
Okay. So he uses the last bit of magic that he'd been scrounging and saving for decades down here in hell, and he makes and he frees himself just enough to step out of his shack for a little while. He kind of dusts himself off and says, "Okay, all right. Deal's a deal. Let's go. I'll show you the way out of this fucking maze."
No, not out of the maze. To the center. To the center.
It's the same fucking thing.
Okay, great.
So he leads you on south. And here, in the next section, the path runs north and south, and again another shallow pool of muck. There's traps in the muck floating, but they haven't been activated in a long time. The ropes have long since rotten away. The path runs north and south. So it's really only one direction, so he keeps pointing, and you guys keep going ahead. In the next section, there's another intersection, and the path goes north, south, and east. You hear the voices of children screaming and crying. It's a little overwhelming. And normally, this would have been an emotional challenge. You guys have had to resist the calls of crying children. But Dolric just stomps in there and he says, "Shut the fuck up!" And he starts stomping on the faces in the ground, right?
Oh my god.
And after a little while, the screaming and crying stops. And then he points to the east. He says, "This way."
Why aren't you here?
Don't ask.
You told me that we should kick kids in the face this whole time.
No, Deimos, we should not kick kids in the face.
Okay, hey, right.
So Deimos, in this place, all the rocks and the trees and stuff are made up mostly of the bodies of suffering souls.
Did they think about lifting weights so they
Oh,
could become trees?
Oh, Deimos and that guy last session that you said, "Oh, let's just not kill him right now." Yeah,
Yeah.
He stabbed us in the back.
Who are you talking to?
That's why we're in this stupid fucking maze.
Who are you talking about?
The elevator guy.
No,
Don't
he's a cool
demon
guy.
guy.
No, he's a cool
No.
guy.
No, he
Yeah.
betrayed us.
What are you talking about?
He
Yeah,
wants
exactly.
to own Adis.
Yeah, that's why we're in this maze.
Elwyn
That's a
has a
weird-
counterclaim on Adis. So Elwyn's trying to
Oh.
own Adis.
Okay, you guys are saying some stuff. and
All your
I'm here,
Adis
and
are
I'm-
belong to us.
Yes. so what you're saying is I can buy myself an Adis.
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying.
But you'll
Yeah, you
have
just
to
need to
fight.
get to the center of the stupid maze.
But you'd have to fight Elwyn for it.
Oh no, Ellie can have it. That's alright. I got you.
Yeah, you can win him for Elwyn. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we gotta kick kids in the face, and you can buy Adises now. I'm all caught up.
Good. We're still
Alright, yes.
following after this guy.
I mean,
Yes.
I could make you your own Adis if you want.
You're an Adis.
One is sufficient.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you something so mean. That's funny. You're Adis. Oh shit! I did it again. All right. Yes. Let's follow the weird, creepy dude.
You've met him before, Deimos.
Yeah, I know I have, because he's a douchebag, and he had this laser things, and he chopped off Elwyn's leg. Wait a second.
He's the one that gave me my legacy item.
Yeah. Can I sew in my backpack?
He says to you, "All I remember about you is that you kept your boy toy, your blue dragonborn boy toy on your back the whole time so he could hump you while you were walking through my dungeon the whole time.
I was a chick in your dungeon. I had the biggest wiener of all chicks.
And you liked getting humped by a paraplegic."
Oh shit. Did I? Oh crap. Well, you know what? Where is my backpack? I will summon my backpack.
He leads you east, and then you guys go to this another intersection. This intersection is made from sturdy worked stone. It's an archway. There's streams of muck and like bile and stuff flowing underneath you. So it's like this arched bridge, and a path leads north, south, and west. Um, Dolric says, "This is the last intersection." He looks at you, Feldor, and he says, "You. I don't know you, but this one here swore by my scroll that you can free me, you can break my bonds. If I tell you the correct way, you swear?"
Yeah. I'll break your bonds from this hell.
Right. Fuck it. He points north. He says, "That's the path. You go up there, then you turn east, and you'll be at the center of the maze."
I incite him to just be sure. Does he sound legit?
Yeah. I mean, there's no hints on his face or in his demeanor that he's trying to deceive you.
Okay, I give you a
I
heads up.
burn a spirit
Mm-hmm.
to see if he's telling us the truth. So I will use a spirit for the learning of things.
Okay.
To see if that's the truth.
One of your companion spirits now materializes behind him, right? And it passes through his body quickly, just flows through him. He giggles a little bit as he's like, "Ah, it tickles," right? And
Mm-hmm.
as it passes through, the spirit pauses for a second, and it looks at you, Feldorn, and it nods, and then it fades away.
Okay, a deal's a deal. So I'll reach out
He holds his shackles up.
with.
I'll break him.
So I'm sticking to the letter of my word. I am breaking his bonds, but only to this hell, so he's still bound to hell.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing? These are not magic bonds. These are something else entirely. These are soul bonds.
So I'm going to use the breaking bonds action from my spirits to
Okay.
try and break the shackles that are wrapped around his soul that shackle him to this hell.
How many spirits do you
now-
have left today?
10.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, this gonna suck.
Oh, not too bad. Okay. So these are hell forged soul bonds. This is not going to be an easy task. Okay.
Ooh.
As you attempt to splice them, it's going to cost a soul for every step of progress you get.
What if I channel my spirits through the hell spike, being that those chains are from hell? Maybe the hell spike will help break them easier.
Okay. All right.
It's funny. I just noticed Renly said that as I'm sitting here looking at my other screen.
Okay. So you take your hell spike, right, and you place it to the chain, and you begin to drive it into the metal of the chain. Go ahead and roll me a. Let's see here. First one we'll go with wisdom, a wisdom check. And since you're using the hell spike, I'll give you advantage. Okay, you drive through into it pierces the steel, and you can feel the soul energy beginning to dissipate. This is a very thick chain. You can tell this bond was forged by someone who was very serious about keeping Dolric here under wraps. Okay, so that cost you one soul. Now you're hitting to the next layer of metal, the next layer of this bond, of the 5 that it consists of. This one's gonna take a this one the to sever it, you'll have to move quickly. So let's take a dexterity check. You can't brute force your way through this. It has to be a quick, clean motion. Okay. That costs another soul to pass through that. The next one is gonna be intelligence check. This layer of the soul of the bond severing. You have to do not fast, not strong. It has to be very precisely. So it's an intelligence check.
And I only had advantage on the wisdom one, right?
You'll have you can have advantage on one more. There's you've done 2 so far. There's 3 more checks. You can choose which one to have advantage on. All right,
Okay.
the intelligence one you pass. Okay.
Mhm.
The next one is a charisma check.
Ooh.
All right. Fortunately for you, you have a high charisma modifier.
Oh yeah, thank God.
Very nice.
Okay. So your total is fine. The final one is a strength check.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the
Okay.
advantage on this one.
Deimos is gonna help him. Very nice. Just joking. Here's the guidance.
We established that we can spark each other, right?
No.
I thought Owen talked you into that.
Just me and
Owen,
Deimos.
You're
Oh,
weird.
just you and
Thinking you
Deimos.
can do
Okay.
that shit. Yeah. Okay.
Only Elwyn and Deimos because they have a very, very tight bond that was broken and then reforged stronger.
Because they merged, literally.
Feldorn, you hit this last layer and you're driving through. You're pushing. You're trying to sever it as hard as you can. And your spirit ally is helping you. With all your force, you guys burn yourselves out on this, and the spirit dissipates, but this final layer of the bond is not severed.
Oh shit.
Hey, Deimos, want to help with
Yes.
this?
No, I will not help. But I will show you how to fucking lift some weights. I mean, he pushed his hand down. It's crazy. It's not that hard.
Feldorn, you have one more try at it. So you've burned.
What-
You consume 5 spirits already. You can try one more time at this layer, or you fail. But you are allowed to. They can't actually do it for you or help you, but they can.
Guide. Or-
Yeah, guidance is fine. They can help modify in some way or encourage or something like that. How are you going to reach out to your allies?
I'm gonna try to look into this this soul bond thing, and I'm trying to like use my awakened sight with it, and I'm gonna spark an insight to help with that. And then I'm gonna use Aurelian to sort of do a hologram of it to overlay over what he's hitting as like a guidance thing, like a glowing guide, like hit here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's like a holographic guide, but I'm going to try to look through what is.
Sadly, I'm not that strong.
Okay, it's regular.
Actually, so being that I'm kind of like
Oh.
attacking this, and this is technically a weapon I have proficiency with since it counts as a dagger. Would I be able to use my charisma modifier instead of my strength?
No. You're pushing through. This is not an attack. But Renly's doing here with Aurelian. I mean, even though she didn't succeed on her spark, she is able to see and diagnose this because Aurelian gives her great vision. So she guides you. She just gives you advice to move your dagger, to like an inch to the left.
This
Okay.
area is very weak.
Before he rolls, can I try helping too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a hand on Deimos' shoulder. I'm gonna put a hand on Feldorn's shoulder, and I would like to try something with my crown. I want to temporarily transfer half of Deimos' strength to Feldorn.
Oh,
Oh, his
my
soul
God.
energy?
Oh,
You can't do that. I break
Temporarily.
his crown. I flex it.
His life force. You're transferring his chi, his
Yeah.
chi, Deimos' chi.
That's some weird ass shit you should say. Oh, I know.
Deimos is
All right,
definitely
Deimos.
so weak.
Deimos, you start as Adis touches you and touches Feldorn. You don't your glow goes away. Your skin is less shiny,
Oh,
right?
shit.
Your muscles are less oily.
Don't say
Okay.
terrible things like that.
Your cat ears droop a little bit.
I don't even have cat ears.
All right. Your pecs deflate a little bit. You know, they just
Don't
kind of
say
like
terrible
start
things
sagging.
like that.
They start sagging. All right. They become they start and they get a little man booby.
Oh no.
They
You have
lose some of their
boobs
firmness.
now.
I start staring.
Oh no.
This is your weakness.
All right. Okay, Feldorn. You still have advantage because of Deimos, and you have a +5 because of Renly.
Come on, baby.
Actually, give him a plus
Wouldn't-
47.
And you have guidance.
When you get a plus
And-
32 for having
And
habit.
guidance. Don't forget that guidance. That's a D4, baby. Oh yeah, it's a good guidance. Actually,
Okay.
No,
You roll
Producer's
it.
guidance is even better.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good
All right,
guidance
all right,
right there.
all right. With great effort, and you confirm one. You can consume one more spirit charge. You and your spirit ally, with the help of your friends, you press through this bond, the hell spike shattering it. And Dolric lifts his hands, and he is shackle free. He says, "Good man. I'll remember that." He says, "Now," he says, "I've got a faceless, bare-tittied he-she to kill." And he kind of stomps off into the
Was he talking about me?
Don't
I'll beat his
worry,
ass.
Hold on.
He looks back. He stops. What?
Go upstairs. Ask for Mistress Ambrosia. Tell her I sent you, and if you make yourself useful, the rest of your time spent here doesn't have to be suffering.
He looks at you for a bit. Right. Ambrosia. Right. And he turns and he walks off into the mists.
Alright, shall we go?
I agree with Renly. First revenge.
I'm like, isn't he pissed?
I look at Adis and I'm like, and I just facepalm, like epic Captain Picard kind of facepalm.
Yes, I have those gifts.
What?
I don't even answer. I just shake my head.
Okay, onwards
that's
to
what
the
I thought.
center. Run, run, run!
Don't make
No,
me
Dolric, he
unbind
can't-
you from the weave.
Dolric can't kill Maldomini now. He's not strong enough, but he's basically gonna start, since he's free, he's gonna start building a way to kill the Duke.
Yeah, I don't care what happens in hell.
All right.
Happens in hell, stays in hell. Stays.
You follow the path. You go to the north, which is here. It's particularly dense through a bank of fog, but the pathway veers to the east. There's the only way to go. And as you guys veer to the east, you enter the final clearing. And there, the Duke Maldomini is waiting for you.
Oh, she's really gross looking.
Don't be rude to our host, James.
No, she's not good looking. Oh, hey, Miller, do whatever. You're not very nice looking.
You're being rude,
Alright.
Damus.
I'm not being rude. I'm being truthful.
As you guys are walking into this clearing, let's see, Adis, roll a perception check. You feel like a tingle in the back of your neck. Roll a perception check.
Let's see. Perception. There it is.
Okay, that's high enough. You see on the opposite side of the clearing, Zogdras also entering. He sees you, and he sees the Duke in the center, and he starts running, sprinting towards her.
They must throw!
Don't throw
What
on
are you
me.
talking
It's not my deal. It's Elwin's deal. Me
Yeah,
getting there
throw
doesn't do
Elwin
anything.
and follow up with
Okay.
Edith.
So we're right there in the center.
I just
Because
missed your step the rest of the way.
Okay.
no, I flex my glutes and we shoot forward. Because that was like a dimensional portal. Let's go faster than light.
Okay. Elwin, you misty step towards the center, and you get there before Zogdras does. And Maladamini holds up her hand towards Zogdras, and Zogdras just stops right in place. He's trying to run forward, but he's just freezing in place there. And she turns her head towards him, and he sneers, "Loser!" Zogdras cowers a bit, and Maladamini says, "Your grievance is denied. Petition declined." And Zogdras just kind of whimpers, and Maladamini says, "I will have your charter transferred to me. You are now my property." And you see hands reaching up from the ground below as all these souls, their bodies reach up and grab his legs. Zogdras screams and howls and starts kicking and slashing at them, but more and more of these bodies, these suffering, anguished beings, reach up and climb over each other, grabbing onto his legs, his waist. He's slashing at them, disemboweling them, ripping and shredding them apart, snarling. He opens his mouth and breathes a bout of acid and consumes a bunch of them, burning them down to their skeletons. But more and more reach up, grab his tail, grab his back, grab his horns. They're climbing all over him. And these truly pitiable souls of all different kinds of suffering begin to drag him down into the ground below. He howls and screams, and he looks up at you, Adis, and he says, "With my last breath, I spit on you and curse you, Adis."
They like hurting him.
They're dragging him down into the ground.
Oh, it's crazy that I stole his belt. Oh, I'm definitely one of those souls. They ignore Deimos over here. Definitely just unlatching his belt and stealing the fuck out.
I will
Holy crazy.
I will interject, and I will ask the Duke. I know this is a little out of order, but could I ask a couple of things? Sorry, before you drag him off into oblivion.
She says, "He is still capable of speaking for a while yet." As he's being pulled down, he's flailing and screaming. He's about down to his waist. Deimos, you roll me a dexterity check to see if you can grab his belt.
Dexterity. He's dead. Alright. Do dexterity. I'm real good at dancing. I'm real amazing. Look at how good with my plus 99. Cause I want that belt. Actually, that was 19. That's not bad. I'm pretty good at this game.
Why do you have advantage on everything? What the hell is up with this?
Because Deimos has plot armor. Do you not know who Deimos is? His name's Deimos and he's real cool.
Alright, you get his belt. You manage to swipe it off and detach it right before his waist goes below. By the time you get there to talk to him, Adis, he's down to his shoulders.
I don't want to talk to him. I want to ask the Duke a question.
Oh, okay.
And there's lots of time for that.
Yeah, there's lots of time for that.
No. Before he gets dragged under, I want to ask you. I want to kill him.
She looks at you, and she
It's been-
smiles. She said,
It's been requested of me.
he says, but this one has value to me. What do you offer as recompense?
A favor.
The Duke holds up her hand, and he says, he says, a pact, a favor given.
Favor given.
All right. So you know it's not exactly a handshake, but it's a clasping of the hands to seal it.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay. She says, "Done."
I walk over and drive the hellspike into his head.
Zogdra's looking up at you, and he says, and he's spitting at you, and he's snarling. He says, I suffered for years working that stupid lift, waiting for you, Adis,
now
and you
he
drive
is
this. All right, you drive the spike in his head. Okay. The life vanishes from him as you expunge the soul from his body. He goes limp, and the hands go are swarming over him, and they pull him down into the ground.
I will tell the Duke, the one who asked this of me, I will make sure that they're aware that you were amenable to it.
The Duke chuckles a bit and says, the ones above, they grow ambitious.
Always and forever.
A curious development, but we shall see how it plays.
Hell always
Nice.
has the funnest of games.
Okay, I'm writing down that you owe Maldamini a favor.
This will go great.
It's alright. I have a belt. My pants will not fall down anymore.
Okay. By the way, Damus, you still have some hell iron in you. Every time you fart,
Yes.
a little bit of like iron shards come out.
Yeah, my body's going to, eat the fucking iron. I'm gonna get stronger.
All right. Maldamini
Styles.
points you here in the center of the maze. You find yourself standing on the lift. This is the 7th circle of hell. The next circle is the 8th circle, and that's the end of the line. Maladamini looks at you and says, "You have done well, fate-touched ones. I knew long ago." She wags her finger a bit. I knew. You had great promise. Beware the one below. He is crafty. She reaches out and she pushes the button, and the elevator begins to descend.
That was far less costly than I thought it would be.
But can I just say worst hell plane ever? Yeah.
I actually think it was that bad.
You were sleeping through the whole
Yeah,
thing.
okay. You're saying some crazy stuff, but yeah. The lady, man, he, she, whatever it is, the ruler of this plane, I would like to, tell him that, na boo boo, my mouth is not, it's not, sewed up this time. Take a dick.
Damos, roll perception check.
Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not
Oh,
doing
yeah, this is the one that sewed up your asshole, huh?
Oh, no,
Before
no.
I joined.
Perception, you say?
And these high as hell check. Oh, you don't realize. Okay.
Nope. Guidance.
Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea.
What are you
You have no
serious?
idea.
I feel like I walked into hurting myself for no reason. Holy shit. Alright, Deimos.
I look around as he's looking around. What happened?
So Renly, it's not really visible to where you are.
Oh no.
You need more than that. Even though that was a good roll, you need more than that to know what happened.
Hold
Oh
on,
shit.
Midas.
This tricky
Midas.
bitch. Alright.
Has it been
Deimos.
an hour? Has it been an hour since we fought the mechanical guy?
No, I haven't.
Renly still
I
has
wouldn't
true.
notice either.
Renly still has true seeing on, if that helps.
Oh, you cast true thing on me?
I did, because you have the highest perception.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Which is why I find this the worst plane ever, because I'm highly traumatized by everything I did not want to see that I saw.
What are you talking about?
And
Deimos is perfectly fine.
and you
Look
see
at me.
everything as it really is.
I need so much Purell for my brains and my
Yeah.
eyes.
You see it in full on 10 or 4K HD horror mode. Graphic detail.
Oh shit.
All right. So Renly realizes what happened, but
Oh,
she's
no.
the only one who knows.
Crap. I'm feeling like something's wrong. But Deimos doesn't care. Because I'm ripped to shit. Look at my muscles. Holy crap. I think this is a new muscle. I must have just found this muscle. Alright. Alright, I'm ready to go downtown.
Okay. You guys descend. This is the longest stretch yet. You're gonna be on this for hours. You go deep. You can tell that the difference, the depths of the length between planes has somewhat coincided with like the relative power level of the plane. Going from level 7 to level 8 is a huge step up in power level. It's the longest one yet. You're gonna be on this for a long time.
Yay, we'll get a long rest.
All right.
Maybe
Here's
you
your long
said
rest.
We had to have a power level upgrade.
So what you're saying is the distance from a floor to the one below it is kind of a measurement and the difference in power between the person on
Yeah,
seven
the
and
Duke or the
person-
Duchess. Yeah, between each other. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm
Okay.
gonna steal that idea.
All right. So you are heading to the 8th circle of hell, Cania. It is an eternal wasteland. Or Cania, we'll call it Cania. It's an eternal wasteland, and this is the home, the realm of Mephistopheles. And we'll, all right, we'll pick up here next week.
But as
Yes.
we reach this realm, we realize what happened to Deimos, and I
What are you
apologize,
talking
Deimos.
about?
I have no rituals that can help you.
Deimos is normal.
I mean, you know, Deimos. I mean,
zero difference.
I don't think Deimos has noticed it yet. I mean, it's been
Yeah.
probably 30 hours, and Deimos still hasn't noticed.
What happened?
God!
Tell me what's
All right.
happening.
All right, so we'll pick up here next week. Are you guys good for Wednesday next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the next couple weeks, I got the Tuesday,
Sure.
Wednesday. Sorry.
Yeah, let's
I
just keep
did
it on
not
Wednesday.
fall asleep before this game, but
It's fine.
yeah, pass the fuck out. I've been working a lot of overtime.
All right, we'll plan on Wednesday. Okay.
Cool.
All right, guys.
But what happened to Deimos?
All right.
Oh, you gotta you gotta find out. Only Renly knows.
I'm curious. Like, damn.
Only Renly knows.
I'm looking and looking and looking through all my
Renly,
material.
tell
I'm
me
like,
what
oh my
happened.
God.
Renly has like hundreds of ritual spells that she knows, and she's trying to figure out a way to fix it, but she's having a hard
No,
time.
Renly, you
I don't want to
can't
make you
fix-
panic.
What are you talking about? Tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you till she figures out how to fix it.
Renly, I need
All right,
this.
guys. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Renly, let
You'll
me
be
know.
fine, maybe.
I'm gonna
I
send the
don't know.
fucking FBI to your house.
I'm fake
You're gonna raid the shit out of it.
FBI doesn't.
Bye, guys.
FBI has no jurisdiction. FBI has no jurisdiction in Canada.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they definitely do.
Ah.
They 100% do.
Damn it.
But yes, Renly, tell me what's going on.
Hey Midas,
You'll be
Yo.
fine. You'll be fine. I'm praying for you. Bye.
will you humor me? And,
All right, I'll see you guys.
will you
Later, guys.
Humor me? Will you humor me and look at my stream and see if you can see what's on the screen?
All right, sure.